female Byleth.
Yeah.
And then another triple Spacies player. What are we getting in this bracket, Nick? We're getting a...
It's MDVA. I don't know what we expected.
Yeah, and you know what? That's on me for having expectations about that. Yeah, I'll take that L.
But Robin, a character that not used. It's not a used character.
Very rare character, but even though not really considered to be great, has surprisingly neat stuff and can get cool combos and kill surprisingly early.
Your main problem, though, is that you're really reliant on your resources.
Levin Sword.
And more than Levin Sword being the big one, but you also have limited usage on your projectiles.
Yeah.
Which is one of your good things of your very few things that you're good at.
All your tomes do have a little bit of limit to them, and you can see the meter draining over time in that corner. Yeah, getting hit by the Levin Sword as it kind of flops around. And, I mean, it could be reverses, with that charging of the Thunder Tome.
Falco actually seems like a really poor matchup right now, because not only does he have general good movement, he has a frame 1 reflector.
Yeah, off the top you go. Pretty strong start from iModerz here.
Yeah, just like that, we're going to see the Peach come out, which, yeah, not having access to freely throw your projectiles for any character that relies on projectiles is huge. Peach doesn't rely on as much, but you do get a lot of your combos off these turn-up throws.
Yeah. And
if you can't get your turn-up throws started because of the reflector, and you have to start relying on your close tools, which, while Peach has some really good close tools, they're not combo starter tools.
Yeah. You usually need to find a weird float into the cool moves of the aerials, and the turn-up combined could get a lot of mileage, but just a matter of fact, getting there yourself first. I like that call-out from iModerz, putting Haarsnow really on the back foot here in the second stock, lapping them in percent rather. And this is looking pretty rough, out the gate.
I believe Falco is iModerz's main. I believe he plays, actually, it's either Wolf or Falco, but he's definitely competent in this character.
Makes sense.
And we're seeing it right now.
You usually want to start with your second strongest, and then it closes with your strongest, so you have a good wave of getting yourself a lead and giving yourself a good closing opportunity.
Yeah, we're seeing Wolf be the last character. I think all the triple space teams have had Wolf as their last character, which makes sense. You get your 2 damage dealers out first, and that way, if if you need to take the stock, Wolf will be the easiest to do it with. That's a stock. That's a stock too.
That's down tilt, and I mean, iModerz is trying to prep up the scenario to get a 3 stock in this game 1. But I mean, you're really high in percent though. Byleth can clean that up. Just needs to get 1 or 2 really good hits in.
Now I think I was expecting a DI in potentially, but yeah, it's hold out there, and I don't think at this percent upbeat hold out on anything is true. And off stage, whew.
Well, but a tricky scenario there, and going just high enough that it isn't actually scooped by the down tilt. Good stuff. I like the awareness coming in from iModerz.
We're seeing the shield poke. Being at this ledge against... Yeah.
That's just reactable. That's your recap situation. Everyone knew you were kind of dead to rights there.
A lot of some characters do have the option to hold down in their up B and throw it a hitbox before the player is able to put anything out. But tether characters, if you hold down when you're recovering, you just drop to your death. It just lets go of the tether. And at that point, it was just make sure you don't mess up probably a second window. And he didn't. So he took the first game there with 3-stocking with the Falco.
Good stuff. All right. I don't really see any changes in this team, so we'll see kind of how we going to go into this game too. Haarsnow may be saying, yeah, I just need to play sharper, I need to get myself on the board, and maybe Town and City will help me do that with those smaller side blast zones.
Yeah, and you do have a bit of space. The platforms aren't around to really help iModerz consistently. Talked about how they're temporary. So you're still able to get FD for a bit, which could be huge, but if you struggle to land, these characters will punish you for that.
Absolutely. Then we got a scenario where iModerz just simply hasn't gotten touched yet. Just doing a great job playing defensive and playing smart, getting good punishes on a lot of the scenarios here from Haarsnow. Just now really giving Haarsnow a chance to set anything up, get themselves on the board in the slightest. It's finally, 1 hit, but you need a lot more than that, that's for sure.
So we go for the forward throw there, and that should take the stock, 100%.
Yeah, it does.
Yep.
That's 1 stock down for iModerz, and barely, it's been hit a single time so far in nearly 45 seconds.
This is your combo starter. This is where you need to be able to put on your damage and get iModerz in an uncomfortable position.
And iModerz quickly recovers that because Haarsnow didn't continue with, did it pressure enough to kind of catch iModerz slipping. But now, we'll see what happens here. I like the counter, but not actually hitting it, and that's a no tech. Oh, hey, we got a double jump, thankfully.
Yeah, that, I guess it makes sense. That counter doesn't actually like slow down anyone. It doesn't.
Oh, see ya. Yeah, you're dead.
Yeah, Falco's up B, distance-wise, the worst. But usually you don't need it. You usually have your jump, but getting caught not teching there without one, poor position.
Unfortunate scenario there, but yeah. At least Haarsnow finds himself on the board after, you know, not getting anything last game. And actually, we get to see another character from iModerz. We're seeing the Fox now instead.
I do like the fact that he knows this down air from Peach can actually really mess up the spacey characters who kind of poke above with their upbeats.
Yeah.
And going for it, even if it didn't work, shows the fact that they are aware of them being able to clip.
Not quite getting the up smash there. We can obviously see what iModerz is hoping to really find. That's one of the tried and true smash attacks that is more than happy enough to secure a kill for yourself, that's for sure.
Yeah, and so you're definitely out of Nair up smash percent.
Yeah.
Unless you get like some of the weakest hit of Nair that ever existed, there's no way you take it with an Nair up smash. And back air,
I was going to say, back air is your next best option because getting a raw up smash is kind of scary and very committal. But if you just keep tossing out back airs, you're going to be able to whittle down the shield and just absolutely nail them on the head and get the stock, which sure enough they did.
And we're seeing these those fares apply a lot of damage, but getting a little bit stale, so not as much as they could be. But still, 47% was a decent amount. And
absolutely. Ooh, not actually getting the reset situation there. But still, I can definitely see this Byleth putting a little bit of work here, and as I say that, sure enough wins at the stock. So this is a last stock scenario, actually, for iModerz and Haarsnow. A starkly different game. Haarsnow has woken up.
Putting yourself at the ledge against Wolf is a
scary scenario.
It's a very scary scenario. But this is also, what do you think about the best laser in the game?
The best laser in the game?
What do you think? Who do you think it has it?
Out of the Spaceys?
Yes.
Probably Falco.
Okay, agree to disagree. But
Wolf is good, yeah.
You can't.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
You can't hit it. It just exists, so no matter what you throw out, it will go through it.
Yeah. It is transcendent.
It's transcendent.
Oh, those Tims are transcendent. My goodness, that's a quick 2-0 for iModerz. I mean, Haarsnow did definitely pick it up by the end there, but iModerz very dominantly taking that last game, that's for sure.
Yeah, there's also such a tough position to be in because you can't roll out, because you rolled out, the same thing happened. You get hit by that dash attack. If you roll in, there's a whole risk of, hey, you're rolling into a wolf at kill percent. And taking in plays seemed like the smartest option because, you know, you should be able to instantly. That's Skiff playing.
Is he actually? No, I think he
no,
just he just delivered some stuff for the backstream. Hey, shout out to our fellow commentators. You know, you always love to see him here.
Yeah, but if you like second place, you seem like the fastest option. You know, fastest, you should be able to get up in time. But Wolf's speed in that dash attack. No.
Yeah. But in the meanwhile, let's talk about people with Smash, Nick. Let's talk about people with Smash.
Yeah,